I am off to Barcelona because I'm a very lucky boy to test a new bike from Specialized. Now I don't know that much about the bike. I know it's an e-bike. They say it's revolutionary rather than evolutionary. So yeah, join me as I test and ride this new secret e-bike from Specialized. Let's go. Yeah, where's the dry ice?
Welcome in.
Dry ice.
Yeah, exactly. Yes.
Presentation finished. I've seen the bike. It's phenomenal. I've come back to my hotel room to tell you all about it because it's absolutely blowing a gale outside. So the riding footage is going to be quite interesting. This will be a good British weather test for that new Levo. So I thought I'd dive into some of the detail on the bike because there's an absolute ton. I've actually had to write notes because there was so much information. And I guess the standout points on the bike are that it's all new. Form factor very similar to the new Levo, but compared to the old Levo, it's a completely different bike. It's brand new angles, new motor, new battery, new TCU, new technology, new shock, new components. There's lots going on. The bike has got very high torque, very high power, and probably the biggest range out of any bike on the market. They've split it into two different motors. There's an S-Works motor, which gives you more power, and then a standard bike motor that gives you still tons of power, just not as much as the S-Works. Those motors aren't interchangeable, so if you want the high power, you need to buy an S-Works bike. The S-Works motor gives you 111 Newton meters of torque and 720 watts of power. The standard bike is 101 Newton meters of torque and 666 watts of power. Now the battery specs are pretty big. With the range extender, this bike is at 1,120 watt hours. That is massive. You're going to get huge range out of that. They've also increased the efficiency of the motor, so the claimed ride time and elevation gain is massive, absolutely huge. On eco mode with an 80 kilogram rider, it's 5.5 hours of pure climbing. Not even descending, just climbing. So the elevation gain, they didn't actually have the exact numbers. I would have liked to have seen that, but we'll do our own tests and figure that out for you. There's an 840 watt hour battery that comes stock with the bike. There's a 600 watt hour aftermarket battery if you want a lighter bike with less battery, which personally I would. There's also a 280 watt hour range extender that you can run on its own. So you can take the battery out of the bike and you can actually take it out sideways, which is really, really nice, really quickly. So you could technically run this bike as like an SL style bike. With the range extender on and no other internal battery, you only get half the power in watts, but you get full Newton meters. So for anyone going to the bike park or doing bike park laps, that's the setup. That's a cool setup for a bike. The way that the bike delivers the power is now different as well. So above 60 RPM, the power stays above 700 watts. It doesn't drop off like you have on other e-bikes. So if you're doing a climb and you're kind of spinning rather than doing low cadence power moves, you're still getting the full power. So that's pretty cool. AXS is now hardwired into the bike, so no more separate batteries on the bike at all, which is a really nice feature that we saw on Gas with the Bros motor. So they've adopted that feature. The weight of the bike claimed around 23 kilos for the stock S-Works bike, but you can build them sub 20 kilos with the 600 watt hour battery. Now that is a full fat, full power e-bike under 20 kilos. Other features, they've now got a a supercharge feature. So 1 hour charge gets you 80% in the battery. So you can go out, do your loop, come back, stick it on charge, have a quick lunch, and your bike is 80% charged again. And like I say, at 80% charge, it's a huge ride. So that's pretty cool. Lots of other features as well, including frame storage on an e-bike, which I don't think anyone has yet. So there's actually frame storage on these bikes. New TCU screen with Apple Find My Bike feature, so you can actually track your bike, you can see where it is. There's other features like dynamic micro tune that gives you basically lower assistance until you push really hard on the pedals, and then you get 100% assistance. So some super cool features, and that's all good, but really we need to ride it. And I'm going to go get changed now, jump on a bike, and I'll see you on the trails. So I've just set up my bike. This is the one I'm riding. This is an S4, which is usually my preferred size. It is a bit bigger, this bike, though. It's a 480mm reach, which it does feel big. The bars are 800mm, that feels quite wide as well, but we'll see how we go. I'm pretty spoilt to be even riding it, so I'm not going to complain. It's a posh build as well. It's S-Works. It's got Maven Ultimates on it, which I haven't ridden actually, so quite stoked to ride those. It's got a new Fox transfer electric post, which I haven't ridden as well. I haven't ridden one of these 3D printed saddles from Specialized either, and yeah, it's a posh bike, so despite the weather, this should be pretty fun. Wait, the Maven brakes on the wheelie test. Line. Oh, I needed that line. Oh, I can get right home. Wow. Yeah, trying to get some speed. So we're probably halfway up, something like that. Just been playing with the modes, and auto mode is super intuitive. It just gives you the right amount of assistance at the right time, and it's analysing the bike speed, your cadence, the torque going into the motor. It's very cool, kind of just a set and forget kind of thing. And of course you're maximising the efficiency of the bike, getting the most out of the motor, because it's only giving you the power when you really need it. Whether it's quick enough or not, I don't know, but I think you can adjust auto mode sensitivity and stuff in the app. So far, very impressed. Oh, it's super wet. Great bike downhill, super composed, felt like I could go fast as I needed, and I didn't have to learn the bike. Like, I could just get on it and ride it, didn't have to learn anything. The rear shock feels incredible, way better than the Specialized I've ridden before. This is the first time I've ridden a Genie shock, and it's perfect, really good, not lacking at all. Where am I going? Wow!
Good line, good line.
So I've broken a crank or a pedal.
Do you want to tell them
I'm
what
not
you
sure
did,
which.
though?
I just rode the bike
Oh yeah.
and then the
You
pedal
thought-
came flying out. No, there's a jump up there and I sort of went a bit close to the bank, I think.
Maybe you eat too much, man.
Maybe I'm just too heavy. Whoa. Woo. So we're back from a pretty big ride in the hills in Barcelona on the new Levo, and it's perfect. It's everything you've been waiting for in an e-bike. It's powerful, it's adaptive, it's got grip, it's lively. I had a few issues up on the hill, a few crank issues, but that's a wrap. Time for a beer. Thoughts on the bike? Yeah, it's phenomenal. It's absolutely perfect. They've done such a good job with it. It's absolutely killer. I can't wait to ride one again. We've done a big ride. We've done a full battery. I don't know how far we've gone, probably 40k, something like that. I think 1300 meters of climbing, 1400 meters. I was using a mix of eco and auto mode, but I'm told auto is actually quite like turbo. It gives you quite a lot of power, so I probably drained the battery a little bit too much. But yeah, what a bike. Hopefully I can review one again at our local tracks, get more of an idea of what it's like in sort of the faster turns. It was a little bit hard to go quick up there, but yeah, time for a beer. See you later.